are aliens. We love Earth, including its environment and residents. So, we'd like to give you some advices associated with mask issue. We thought it would be very nice for you to know well about masks because Corona and mask are like pen and ink. After a few seconds, our video will start.
Recently, there have been many environmental problems caused by masks. Because the mask contains aluminum material, it can cause soil pollution if discarded. Disposable masks disintegrate and become microplastics. Microplastics eventually lead to human consumption through the food chain. Processing of wire and plastic, which are the components of the mask, released air pollutants. In the process of processing masks, harmful substances such as carbon monoxide and dioxin spread to the atmosphere. Even if you bury it in the ground, it takes hundreds of years for it to disintegrate naturally. When the mask enters the ocean, it threatens marine life like any other trash. If sea creatures mistake masks for food and swallow them, they threaten their lives. So the problem of marine waste is getting worse.
From now on, I'm going to announce if the mask is really effective in preventing corona. A study found that wearing a mask is more likely to lead to symptoms even if it is infected with corona. Wearing a mask causes fever virus to enter the respiratory tract. In this case, the immune system can more easily neutralize corona. In other words, the mask acts as a live vaccine. A team of researchers from the University of California realizes the result of a study on the effects of corona mask. Studies show that wearing a mask causes fever virus to enter the respiratory tract and makes it easily for the immune system to turn corona around. If you wear a mask, even if a small amount of virus enters the body and is infected, you are more likely to be asymptomatic and suffer very slight symptoms. The researchers based their findings on the outbreak of the corona outbreak at the food factory in Oregon in the US. At the time, all factory workers were wearing masks and more than 90% of the actual infections were found to have been only asymptomatic. We can't replace the vaccine completely, but there's natural possibility of corona immunity while wearing for it. Gandhi said also masks can increase the possibility.
Hello! I will present the side effects of wearing a mask and how to use it properly. Wearing a mask is effective in preventing infectious diseases, but the side effects should also be considered as long as you need to wear it for a long time. First of all, the viral particle blocking filter on the mask may result in insufficient oxygen. Oxygen levels are closely related to our health, and local researchers have found that low levels of oxygen increase the suicide rate. Second, infection may increase by touching or wearing the mask incorrectly. That's why the US didn't recommend wearing a mask in the beginning of the corona-19. It is just as important to wear a mask as to wear it in the right way. The right way to wear a mask is to choose a mask that fits your face size and wear it to make it stick to your face. Also, do not touch the surface of the mask after wearing it because dust and viruses may be on the surface of the mask. Lastly, be careful not to reuse a single-use mask.
As the corona-19 virus makes it mandatory to wear a mask, interest in various types of masks is increasing. In addition, there was a case of infection even though the fourth patient of Jeju Island wore a cotton mask. As a result, there is a growing interest in masks that are more preventable than cotton masks. So, I'm going to talk about the kinds of masks that can effectively prevent viruses. The most widely used KF Korea filter mask is certified by a state agency like KF80 and KF94. The number behind the KF stands for particle blocking performance. The larger the number, the smaller the particles can be blocked. However, you should also choose a mask that is suitable for your condition, as breathing may become difficult. To solve this problem, masks with the motor and the pen functions are being released. These components provide air into the mask for children and the elderly who have difficulty breathing due to the mask. Normal masks without KF certification may point to disposable non-woven mask or cotton mask. Disposable non-woven masks have large holes that may lead to droplet penetration into gaps. In this case, droplet means a liquid, such as salvia drops, that can cause droplet infections. Experts say that in the case of cotton mask, the virus can reproduce because of the wet nasal mucus. Therefore, it is not recommended to use a cotton mask when working in humid conditions in summer.
Finally, let's find out how to solve environmental pollution caused by masks. Masks are non-recyclable waste because of foreign substances and viruses that you might have breathed while wearing them. Therefore, regardless of material such as non-woven fabric or cotton, it should be discarded in a standard plastic bag. It is especially important to throw away the mask you used because it could be a secondary infection. The first way is to put it in a disposable zipper. Second, it is recommended that you spray alcohol on the mask for disinfection and then seal it before disposing. According to a UCL team led by Professor Mark Meyer-Downick, reusable masks can significantly reduce plastic waste. Also, the effect of climate change on wearing masks can be greatly reduced. Recent evidence suggests that reusable masks do most of the work of disposable masks without the associated waste. For environmental reasons, we need to make efforts to reduce the use of disposable masks and increase the use of reusable masks.